Despite the many conflicts that plague our world, most people express a passionate desire for greater harmony between people and an end to the devastating acts of violence ripping apart families and communities around the world. The vision of peace they point to is the common promise of all religions. It's built on the premise that the only lasting solution to conflict is the unity of mankind. The more than 5 million members of the Baha'i Faith worldwide are working diligently at every strata of society to break down barriers between people. They are collaborating with other like-minded individuals to promote the model of a peaceful, global society. At the heart of their belief is the conviction that humanity is a single people with a common destiny. It encourages all people to see themselves as members of one universal family. In the words of Baha'u'llah, founder of the Baha'i Faith,
"The earth is but one country, and mankind its citizens."
It is a phrase that embodies the Baha'i concept of world citizenship. The teachings of Baha'u'llah, the most recent messenger in this line, address the moral and spiritual challenges of this new millennium. For Baha'is everywhere, achieving the unity of humankind is a primary goal. The Baha'i Faith offers a unique model of unity, and this unity, which embraces the diversity of its members, can clearly be seen everywhere in the world that Baha'is gather. What is the source of guidance and inspiration for these people who have come from every corner of the globe, from every conceivable background and tradition? The story begins in the middle of the 19th century, a time of worldwide religious expectation. A young man in Shiraz, Persia, quietly proclaimed in 1844 that he was the messenger of a revelation from God. Referring to himself as the Bab, meaning the gate, he explained that he was the predecessor of a divine teacher greater than himself, who would soon appear and bring about a new age of unity and peace. In 9 short years, the Bab's spiritual and moral teachings spread throughout Persian society. Perceiving the progressive new faith as a threat, religious and civil authorities killed thousands of the Bab's followers. In 1850, the Bab himself was executed by firing squad, and his remains were hidden away by his followers. The new faith was all but silenced and hovering on the brink of extinction. Its leaders were put to death or exiled for their belief that the promise of a new age of peace had come. In 9 short but dramatic years, the community of this new faith was all but extinguished. A Baha'i historian described the condition of this young religious movement at this time.
In just 9 short years, a community of followers was established, only to be momentarily silenced. In time, however, this community would not only overcome the immediate persecutions heaped upon it, but would grow in influence to both the eastern and western hemispheres.
In 1852 in Tehran, one of the most courageous supporters of the Bab, a Persian nobleman named Mirza Hossein Ali, was arrested, tortured, and cast into a subterranean dungeon called the Black Pit. Because he was born into nobility, he was given the opportunity to take important positions in government or society. He chose for himself, however, a life of service to the poor and needy. His reputation grew because of his deeds and his character. He, too, became one of the earliest followers of the Bab's new teachings. It was because of this reputation and the position he held in the nobility that he was not put to death. His feet in stocks, his neck weighed down by chains, surrounded by criminals of the worst order, and with the awareness of circumstances that had driven his newfound faith to the brink of extinction, These were the conditions under which he would receive his revelation. Later, he took the name Baha'u'llah, meaning glory of God, and his followers became known as Baha'is. In more recent years, as the Baha'i community's numbers have rapidly increased, the pattern of life taught by Baha'u'llah is taking root in virtually every country. Abdul-Baha, Baha'u'llah's son, when asked what is a Baha'i, responded by saying,
To be a Baha'i simply means to love all the world, to love humanity and try to serve it, to work for universal peace and universal brotherhood.
If you believe there is only one race,
which was created in many different colors,
and if you believe that these differences are beautiful,
and should be the cause of unity,
and if you believe that our highest purpose
is to love each other
and live together as one family
with justice,
then you may want to look into the Baha'i faith.
Millions of people of every race, nation, and culture share these beliefs.
As members of the Baha'i faith,